Good morning. Today is Monday, September 26th. I'm Maureen Kyle with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC YouTube page. And we start with Peyton with a check of today's forecast. Hi, Peyton.
Hi, Maureen. Yes, today's forecast does involve some wet weather once again. If you didn't love yesterday, well, chances are you probably won't love today. We're going to have some breaks in the activity, and honestly, the majority of you are actually starting your day dry, except Lake and Ashtabula and even northern Geauga County this morning. They have seen these pesky, persistent lake effect rain showers, and this is going to be almost a continuous ordeal because of our wind direction. The moisture right off Lake Erie too, just continuing to build and give them time and time again rounds of rain. A flood watch has even gone up and been issued for some of those zones. And then on top of Geauga County, we add Cuyahoga County as well. Some of these areas have picked up a whole lot of rain, but just because you're simply not involved in a flood watch doesn't mean you're going to escape today rain-free. While I do think there will be dry time built into the first half of today, we do pick up a little bit more coverage as we head through the second half. So I think some of you will see, again, a little bit more than others, but those who are going to see the most are going to be in those zones with that flood watch in place. That includes right around Mayfield Heights to Menard, Thompson, Ashtabula, all the way up through Conneaut. That's because this area already saw so much rain, but the additional 2 to 4 inch possibility is there. And on top of yesterday's rainfall, at least the past 24 hours for them, some of these bullseye zones have seen almost 5 inches. That includes right around Menor, Thompson, just to the west there and north of Mayfield Heights, but back a little bit closer even to the metro area, 2 inches being picked up all the way over to Ashtabula County, just south of Ashtabula. You see about 3.5 inches. So a whole lot of rainfall in a short period of time. And then on top of that, we are expecting more because of this pesky system that is just to the north of us. This area of low pressure, usually associated with unsettled weather for us, it is continuing to bring us rounds of off and on showers. This is trying to push farther east, but at a slow crawl. So as it does that, it influences our wind direction, continuing to give us chances for that rain today and even tomorrow and the days to come. And if the rain wasn't that bad in and of itself, we'll add on top of that some breezy conditions. So some of you waking up to rain and some wind. Sustained winds right now anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Some of those gustiest winds closer to our lakeshore counties. Over the next few hours, we go from the 50s into the low 60s. And I think for some today, it will be a hard stretch to actually find yourself into the low 60s, especially with continuous rainfall in place. Again, I think the majority of the first half of today, at least for those a little bit farther south of the metro area, will escape maybe rain-free here. An isolated shower can't be ruled out, but in your National Zymerite hour-by-hour forecast, we keep the chances increasing as we head through the second half of today. This is 6 p.m. You can always reference the timestamp there on the top right-hand corner of your screen. There's more green on your screen for the commute home, so you may need the windshield wipers. And this also appears tomorrow morning, too, a little bit more on the isolated side. But temperatures farther south tomorrow morning, waking up potentially in the low 40s. It is going to be a chillier start. We've got a chilly couple days in the extended forecast too. High temperatures for tomorrow as well as Wednesday in your Union Home Mortgage extended forecast. Do not get out of the upper 50s. We do come closer to 70 by the weekend, but Thursday, Friday, filled with more sunshine. It's the weekend we have to watch out for, Maureen, because we are tracking now Hurricane Ian as of early this morning in the Caribbean, which will enter the Gulf, but it could, depending on its landfall exact location, it could bring us some moisture here to the Ohio River Valley.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Peyton, thank you so much. Well, right now, Florida residents are filling up sandbags and boarding up windows, preparing for Hurricane Ian. The storm, which is expected to become a major hurricane, is projected to hit the west coast of the state, leaving many to scramble for supplies, so they are ready. Florida officials are even urging residents to prepare for possible evacuations and the possible loss of power for multiple days. And as Florida residents prepare for Hurricane Ian, members of the Ohio Task Force 1 are mobilizing and making preparations for Ian as well. The team is in Alabama right now, setting up a staging area as the storm moves closer this week. The group brings truckloads of supplies with them, and they can help with any kind of emergency, including building collapses and water rescues. The group has helped with a number of cleanup efforts in the past, including Hurricane Dorian in 2019 and Hurricane Laura in 2020. One of two East Cleveland police officers will appear in court today. Brian Stoll will be arraigned on several charges related to theft and tampering with evidence in office. He was suspended along with Officer Tyler Munson just 1 week after the department's chief, Scott Gardner, was indicted on multiple charges, including theft and fraud. Also today, the Akron City Council could approve a proposal to create a citizen oversight board. The board, made up of appointed community leaders, would seek to improve police-community relations. The idea for the board came about after the death of Jalen Walker, who was killed by Akron police in June. This will be the council's third reading of the proposal. The Garfield Heights Teachers Association has issued a 10-day strike notice. The union says after almost 5 months of negotiations and no new contract, they deemed it necessary to take the next step. The teachers union has nearly 200 members. So far, there are no future meetings set with the board or a federal mediator. Well, hundreds of Guardians fans came to cheer on the team as their plane arrived from Dallas last night, giving them a hero's welcome. The Cleveland Guardians, baseball's youngest team, have won the AL Central Division Championship. They officially clinched the title Sunday afternoon when the Chicago White Sox lost to the Detroit Tigers, but they celebrated in style by beating the Texas Rangers 10-4, and fans couldn't be happier.
It's the most fun I've had watching baseball since probably like '95.
Right when they won, I'm like, yes, like everything is perfect.
This is the fourth time Cleveland has claimed the division under manager Terry Francona, and the first division title since 2018. They will end the regular season right here at home. And what a great turnout for the Akron Marathon Saturday. Nearly 7,000 athletes and more than 100,000 spectators gathered in downtown Akron for the half and full marathon. The top finishers in the full were Zachary Hoagland from Hatfield, Pennsylvania, and Alyssa Rogers of Medina. In the half, it was Fernando Cabada of Aurora, Colorado, and Alyssa Thomas from Cuyahoga Falls. And take a look at this. One of the winners of the Akron Marathon got quite the surprise at the finish line, a proposal. Akron social media source 330 To Go posted this video of Alyssa Rogers crossing the finish line with her boyfriend, now fiancé, standing there with a sign that reads, "Marathons and marriage, it's what we do." We're told that she said yes. Congratulations to them. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and the world. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Maureen Kyle. I will see you tomorrow morning on Go starting at 5 a.m. Have a great day.